So, many teachers have talked about our relationship to the mind and how the ego / mind is the cause of suffering. And one of these teachers I was reading last night, Osho, he'd also been referred to as Bhagwan Rajneesh, he has a book called The Book of Secrets, and I was reading it last night and it was very much resonating the way he was describing these ideas. First of all, he said, the mind is a tool, and I loved that. You know, it's like, if we're building something, then our hands, are part of our own tools, and if we're running, our legs are tools, and our mind helps us achieve things. But ultimately, in the process of identifying with our mind as ourselves, because that's where we have a lot of ideas and concepts of self and what self is, we have become so confused about who we really are. And it's scary to say, well, I'm not my mind, because then that puts you in the void in which you're like, well, who am I? If I'm not this collection of thoughts that keep running through me and so forth, then who am I? And I believe the truth is, you are spirit. You are the eternal essence within you that makes you animated. And by animated, I mean your life force. If you are nothing more than thoughts, then you're nothing more, pretty much, than just language or languages that you've learned and reactivity. Part of adaptation is constantly reacting to what is going on in your environment, in your life. But another concept I was reading in the Book of Secrets was stay above thought. You can be aware that thought is occurring here, but I like to envision up here, near my crown chakra, because that's where I envision and have physically experienced information coming in through the crown. And so this is where I feel a spirit-type identity as opposed to a mind identity. And so above thought, where you can witness the thought and just observe it, but not say, this is me. And if you stay connected to that witnessing spirit self, you can allow for all kinds of turmoil and chaos and confusion to be going on within the mind without feeling, this is just too much, this is overwhelming, I can't take this, I can't stand it. Because it's not you. Your spirit is wise. And why would spirit come here to earth? Well, it has to be in a sense of localization somewhere. And on planets, I believe, where there is an evolution beyond identity with pure survival, and we get into empathy, and we get into more enriched subtleties of experience and feelings and so forth, then I believe spirit goes to these parts of the universe to help them along. Because if it's just rocks, or maybe microbes on Mars, or whatever is there currently, then there's not much for spirit to do. But here, there's all kinds of things, because we can have a healing, non-abrasive experience on the planet, or we can have hell. And right now, there are both things going on. For most people, it is a form of hell. Either personal, tortured hell, or being in war or famine or other kinds of things, that are painful. And I believe we show up for where we left off, which this is why I don't think suicide due to things being tough is the answer. I believe that all death is suicide, and so if we achieve our life purpose and we come here and we get through the challenges and are at a place where we just are ready to leave, that's an option. But I think that more and more, as things become more interesting here on the planet, that people will stay. And that's why so many people are drawn towards healing and helping others heal, is because we're finally at a place where we can get good information. We're all connected through the internet. Not everyone, but more so than ever before. We're not limited by our local realm of information. We can get good stuff and see how it all works together and become more peaceful. You know, we're choosing drama oftentimes. And there's this message from the ego that if we choose peace, if we choose peaceful thoughts and peaceful behaviors, we'll be bored without the drama. Or we won't have anybody to relate to because everyone we know is into drama. And that fear of aloneness or that fear of boredom can keep us from just recognizing that, hey, I have these thoughts, this is where, you know, I can use this if I have to figure out some problem or deal with some linear challenges in my life, but it's not me. You have a peaceful self that's always with you, and as you begin to identify with that, then you won't feel as much turmoil in your mind because you know who you are and what kind of vibration you want to vibrate at.